Hey, Taurus, intuitive soul coach here with your April 2023 love reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Today we'll dive into the collective energy of Taurus and take a look at all things related to love. Whether you are currently single, partnered, divorced, separated, going through a challenging time, we'll take a look at it all. Just a friendly reminder, these are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both those links in the description box below. All right, so I am getting here in the near future. Some of you may be looking into flights, looking into travel plans, or educating yourself on a situation here. You're gaining some sort of knowledge. Now, if this isn't in the physical realm, this is self-development as well. This can be emotionally and spiritually. You are taking a look at how you have grown, things that you have overcome. I'm getting ahead of myself here, but in the recent past, you have the boots. Some of you are or have been in a military union, a military situation, or you've been maybe in a long distance relationship, or you've been with a person for quite some time, or maybe you've had this person on your mind and it's been going back and forth. But in the recent past here, you're understanding and realizing that it's been a long journey. Some of you may have even been single for quite some time, but the boots card does talk about you getting ready to have some sort of rest, some sort of downtime in order for you to reevaluate and reflect. But I do feel here that you are in for a sweet surprise. So happy birthday to you beautiful Taurians out there that are celebrating birthdays in April, because there's a sweet surprise coming in here. Yes, you've been on this long journey. Yes, you are in need of a break and a fresh start, and that is what is showing up here for you. It wouldn't surprise me to see maybe the Six of Cups, Six of Pentacles, some sort of gift from the universe even. This could be a gift of love if you're looking for it. Some of you, this is a sweet surprise. Maybe your partner, significant other is taking you on a getaway. I'm getting here dinner cruise. So some of you may actually go on a dinner cruise or book one in April or the near future, because again, I'm getting this education and knowledge. So I feel like you're making plans. There's some sort of reservations here, whether it's reserving dinner at a restaurant, whether it's reserving, a dinner cruise. Maybe you're taking an actual cruise as well, but I feel like you're educating yourself on a few things in the physical world that you can have fun and enjoy and bring more happiness and more of that childlike enthusiasm to the mix. Now, others of you, if you are maybe going to school, taking a class, there could be some sort of knowledge or education. Maybe you are a teacher. You may meet a teacher or someone who is in charge of inspiring, teaching, or helping others evolve as well. That could be a relationship that you have or partner up with in the near future. So I love this energy. It could even be a librarian, someone who is an author, a writer. They may work in publishing, or they may love to read. You may meet someone through a book club, at a bookstore, or even on online social media platform about books. So pay attention to the books showing up for you in the near future. All right, let's dive into your reading, Taurus, and take a look at what is showing up for you in the month of April. What is the heart of the matter? What is the heart of the matter here for Taurus? We have the Seven of Material, which is the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles here is all about assessing and evaluating, which we just talked about with the long journey. So you've been on this long journey. If you actually take a look there, let me zoom in. If you take a look, it looks like she's been on this path for quite some time, right? She's been on this journey, but she's finally allowing herself to stop and smell the roses, stop and evaluate, stop and take a look at how far she's come, what's working for her, what's not, but she's reflecting. And that's beautiful because you have been on this journey for quite some time, whatever that may mean for you. But when the Seven of Pentacles shows up, you're going to allow yourself yourself that downtime. You're coming really close to a beautiful harvest or a breakthrough in your love life, or this could even be self-development around love, opening your heart up again after loss. Whatever this is for you, you're reflecting, you're evaluating, and you're going within, because this is card 7. 7s are about spirituality. They're about inner awareness, wisdom, and insight. And with us being in a 7 collective year, 7 energy, this is really powerful for you, especially around your birthday, even if you celebrated a birthday in March. Let's take a look at the challenge or the block showing up in the month of April and how we can help you navigate through it. What do we have here for Taurus, please? You have the world, the world. So closing down, I should say, cycles. Now, when the world shows up, this is about completion. It is about finally, after a time of maybe being stuck, feeling like there was lack of closure in a situation, or maybe you were set back for whatever reason. You felt like you weren't quite up to par, or a relationship held you back, or maybe you were still grieving a process of pain. I feel like you've come to the end of this journey here, and even though you're reflecting, I feel like you're reflecting on the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? The for better or worse type of energy here, whether you're single or not. This is about you coming to the end of this journey, and now you're going to decide to take a new path, a new course. Maybe you are releasing guilt, shame, resentment, bitterness, distrust, disharmony, disloyalty. Perhaps you're releasing some sort of deep shift within yourself. You're releasing those heavy burdens that you've carried. I feel like there's victory coming in here for you, but the challenge is the setbacks. The challenge is at times you do feel stuck, and you may focus on the loss at times versus what you have right in front of you, the present. This is a beautiful time, Taurus, for you to move forward. And I apologize, I think I said March for some of you Taurians. It's May, not March. So you have birthdays either in April or in May. But I do feel for you, this is about completing this cycle so you can move forward towards the end of May into April with this brand new energy. So close up the past. You are another year wiser. You are another year braver. And you can move forward on this new direction where you open your heart up, and there's sweet surprises coming in. So stay educated, stay knowledgeable, and do your research, whether that's on self or personal development. And I just heard some of you say, Melissa, I've been healing for years, right? Sometimes that's part of our soul journey. But I feel like you are coming out of hibernation. You're coming out of hibernation, and you're closing the door to a cycle here, because what's the foundation? What's below you? This new beginning in the physical world. So after times of difficulties, part of your soul purpose, part of your life purpose here is to start anew, start again, to give yourself the option to not hang on to the past and to move forward in the present, okay? This is the key, the Ace of Materials here. It is about a new beginning in the physical world. There's growth here. There's good news. There is unlimited potential for you to really open your heart up and attract the type of love that you truly desire and truly want, whether you are in a relationship or not, okay? Ace of Materials. Ace of Pentacles. In the past, you do have the Hermit energy. Someone shut down. You may have shut down. Even when we're in relationships, we can become emotionally distant. We may tend to sleep on the couch or go into another room. So I do feel like there was some sort of parting emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, right? The Hermit energy can be you being or feeling alone. And at times, this is the energy of being lonely, right? You may feel a little bit rejected, a little bit withdrawn, but this is about self-knowledge, and you have this Hermit energy here with the self-knowledge showing up in your near future. So you're going to take what you learned in the past, and you're going to use that, turn it into wisdom, so you don't repeat some sort of cycle, some sort of pattern or limiting belief that may have held you back in the past. And you're going to move forward with confidence. You're going to move forward with grace and with courage and determination. So let's take a look and see what you're manifesting. What is showing up for you? We see a sweet surprise. I want to know what that is for you. It's going to be different for each and every one of you, of course, but this could be, again, a gift. It could be a gift from the universe, a surprise from a loved one, a coworker, a friend, a family member. Ace of Voices. You're getting clear about your intention. I feel like there's a conversation or a communication. This is the new beginning here of something quite beautiful. But in order for you to cut through the barriers, there needs to be truth. You need to get honest about what you need, what you want, even if you're single, right? If you're in a relationship and you want there to be mending, this is about complete and radical acceptance and honesty. It's about surrender. It is about vulnerability. So when this Ace of Swords shows up, this is about you finding solutions and an action plan to cut through any of the miscommunications that have happened in the past, okay? Even miscommunications with oneself. We tend to get up in our head and we play an old mental story over and over, but you're learning from the past situation, Taurus, and you're not wanting to repeat it because you now have clarity on something you may not have been able to see prior. Let's take a look at what's showing up in the near future. What is coming in the near future for Taurus? We have the Nine of Voices. The Nine of Voices can be, again, about sleepless nights, a little bit of anxiety, but I feel like you are finding solutions to sleep better, rest better, eat better. Some of you may have felt a little bit restricted, like I said, restricted to another room. Maybe someone is sleeping on the couch. You're going to have a conversation and you're thinking about telling this person, if this is a person, telling your person or telling yourself how to ease those anxieties. Because again, with the books showing up here and the Hermit, there's a lot of beautiful lessons. It may not feel like they're beautiful when you're going through them, but this is about beautiful lessons that can help you grow, learn, and evolve. But the challenge at times is letting go of that old story. It is about obsessive thoughts, fear, worry, anxiety. Some of you may even have insomnia. You may sleep next to someone that has sleep apnea. You may have restless leg syndrome, or you may struggle with your sleep at night as well. And I feel like you are finding solutions and you're actually going to sleep better in the month, especially May. I'm getting sleeping better in May than you have for quite some time. And this came up for another reading. I don't recall who it was, but April showers bring May flowers. So I feel like a lot of you are washing the old away, because come May is going to be all about rebirth and revitalization. And that's why you have here this energy of pause, reflect, and move forward. Let's take a look at how you're feeling. This is all about you. What do we have here for Taurus? The Queen of Voices, Queen of Swords energy. This is about you cutting through any of the BS, right? The Queen of Swords at times, she can come across as a little bit aloof, right? Where she doesn't always wear her heart on her sleeve. Sometimes people ask, do you have a heart, right? But it doesn't mean that you don't. Sometimes you just overanalyze or overthink. Sometimes we can spew out words before we completely process or think. I feel like you're getting control of those actions and those behaviors that may have triggered you in the past. And the beauty of this Queen of Swords is she brings clarity, she brings wisdom, honesty, and intelligence to the situation. So you are learning to not just be rational with your decisions, but to open yourself up to lead with the heart more instead of the head. Lead with the heart instead of the head, Taurus. All right, what's going on in your circumstances? What's going on in your world? What's going on around you? Four of Inspiration, Four of Wands, beautiful energy here. This is 1111, twin flame energy here as well. Celebrations, milestones. It could be a wedding for some of you. Others, it's buying a new home. You may be celebrating some sort of anniversary, holiday, party, success. So this is really wonderful. And if you're single, you may even be taking a girlfriend's trip or a guy friend's trip, right? Getting together with the guys or going out with the girls. But the Four of of inspiration here is about achievement, and there's something here you're celebrating because it is absolutely a special occasion called for, which could certainly be your birthday. So yes, a lot of fun here, and that could be where that sweet surprise shows up. Someone may show up unexpectedly. I just spoiled it. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Some of you may have a surprise party, because I'm getting here a surprise party. So hopefully that doesn't ruin it for you, but for some of you, there's absolutely a surprise party coming in. You may even get a surprise engagement, or someone may say, here's keys, here's my house key, or something of that nature, because they're showing me a key in front of you as well. Let's take a look at the hopes and fears. The hopes and fears for Taurus. 5 of materials. You don't want to be left out in the cold, right? Who does? You don't want to be rejected, thrown aside, cast aside, single forever, lonely. No one's going to love you, right? Victim mode. This is about you coming up out of that energy. This is about, you know, not succumbing to those fears, not letting that analytical mind get the best of you and replaying that story of I'm going to be the lonely 90-year-old woman with 60 cats, right? You don't want to feed into that storyline for yourself. Tell yourself a new story. When the 5 of Pentacles shows up, you will not be left out in the cold. This is about you taking a look at the underlying denominator in a situation, and maybe it's about timing. Maybe it's what else could this mean is the question. And they're actually showing me this card in this deck. I'm going to see if it actually just comes out here for you. What else could this mean? We have, what expectations do I have that are impossible to meet? And I feel like you may be asking, what else could this mean? Because they're highlighting this loud and clear here for you. Some of you are in your head, not your heart. And we just talked about that as well as they were highlighting it. So I do feel for a lot of you, you are asking yourself, okay, what else could this mean if I'm not attracting the person that I want? Or what does this mean that I keep going back and forth with this person? So you're asking the right questions, and that's why you have the book showing up in your future, because you're asking the questions that you're going to actually get answers to through your intuition, or through speaking to a therapist, a counselor, a coach, someone in your energy field that can help you on your path. And I'm not seeing it at all here. So what else could it mean? Ask yourself that question. I do apologize for looking for that. That was showing up here really strong. Let's take a look at the final outcome. It's basically, don't succumb to the fears. Don't let expectations get the best of you, and make sure you ask the questions, and ask someone before you assume, right? Ask someone, because sometimes we start to tell ourselves or paint a picture or a story that's not even true, but it's based on our own concerns, our own limiting beliefs, and our own experiences. And that story doesn't even exist. It's an illusion that we draw up. So ask yourself, what else could this mean? Ask that person most and foremost if you are with a person, and if not, take a look at your beliefs around a situation. So what do we have here for Taurus? Final outcome, Taurus, matters of the heart when it comes to love. Knight of Emotions, taking action, following your heart, new love. For others of you, this is definitely getting a surprise from someone that's coming into your world that does either care about you, they want to grow, they want to have this relationship with you. When the Knight of Cups shows up, this is a classic romantic. He's in love with the idea of love, right? It could be a proposal, but this person follows their heart, follows their passion. So I feel that you are opening yourself up to this new beginning here. And if you're looking for love and you're single and it's been quite some time, get ready, Taurus, because you may meet someone while you're out and about, and that could be the sweet surprise. Maybe you're celebrating your birthday, and lo and behold, on your birthday, you meet the love of your life. For others of you, if you are in a relationship, it's important to get away. Start something fresh. Sweet surprises await you. So I'm loving this energy for you. Now let's get a message from the wisdom of the Oracle. What do we have here for Taurus? Wisdom of the Oracle. And for those of you that are interested in any decks that you see used during your reading or any above, they are all linked in the description box, or listed, I should say, in the description box. And also, if you've gone through a tower moment, If you're still feeling the effects of something quite challenging, or maybe you are wondering how you can overcome some blocks that you've had, or you want to dive more into your spiritual gifts, I did link those timeless collective videos in the description box below as well. There's a situation that it's important for you to walk away from. It doesn't have to be a person. It can be a thought. It can be a habit. It could be a pattern that you get caught up in. I feel it's whatever is causing you anxiety, because you do have this 9 of Swords card showing up here for you, Taurus. So whatever is causing you anxiety, sleepless nights, it's important. Not just important, it is vital to opening your heart up to healing, mending, or inviting in this new love with this Ace of Voices to have a clear conversation, because something may have been denied to you. Maybe it is something that's left you feeling a little bit withdrawn, a little bit lonely, but there is new love entering here. New love into an existing relationship. This is you opening your heart up to new love. This Knight of Emotion is the Knight of Cups. In order for that to fully happen and fully take place, then you must release whatever this anxiety and this stress is that you feel tethered to. It's also card 6. And in tarot, that is the Lovers. So the Lovers is all about making decisions from the heart. And it may have been difficult, especially for those of you that had been rejected, have been betrayed, or there was some sort of trust or disharmony situation. Remember, rejection is God's protection, and some relationships carry an innate seed of failure in them that is obvious from the beginning, but the red flags don't always show up, right? They escape our observation, or we refuse to acknowledge them. When a relationship isn't meant to be, we can't force it to be. I feel like some of you are still harboring some sort of resentments to a past situation. Not all of you, some of you. And it could be even a relationship that you've carried or had 10 years ago, but there could be some sort of underlying subconscious or limiting belief that is affecting the situation you are currently in. But the good news is you're figuring out what that is, because you have the education and knowledge. You've been alone, or you've been within your thoughts for quite some time. And with this Knight of Cups showing up as your final outcome, once you are able to fully release whatever this was, whether maybe it is a person, in order to attain a higher level of love, it could be that you are releasing a person that wasn't able to commit, right? Wasn't able to give you what you needed. And that's okay, because relationships are meant to help us understand not just about each other, but most importantly, ourselves. And it says the appearance of this card, it can indicate that we don't always get what we want or what we need, but sometimes our dreams for that exact thing that we do want aren't always fulfilled. This is a time to radically accept that not everything is available when we want it to. So take heart. There are benevolent forces who desire the best for you and have a much clearer idea what is in your highest good. Something much better that will make you truly, truly happy is on its way. So trust. You have this. This is what's on its way, right? This is the outcome. And it doesn't mean that, you know, this knight in shining armor is going to show up at your doorstep on your birthday. I mean, wouldn't that be fantastic? Some of you, it just may if you're out and about looking. But for others of you, this is about you working through some sort of anxiety, some sort of challenge, right, that you have had. And I do feel that there's new beginnings coming in here, because in your foundation, you have the Ace of Pentacles. So it says that you have opportunities to start again. They're giving me that song. I forget who the singer is. It's a female singer. Dust yourself off and try again. So dust yourself off and try again. So I feel like that is built into your DNA, built into your foundation, where yes, we've all been hurt, but that is the beauty of opening ourselves up. And when we close ourselves down, this Queen of Swords, sometimes she can shut down, right? And that is the opposite of bravery. We want to be courageous. And in order to be courageous, we must be vulnerable. We must open our hearts to accepting love and accepting heartache and accepting all of those beautiful things that it takes courage, right? To tell someone you love them first, or to tell someone that you want to marry them, or tell someone that they are your forever. And even, even the challenging things, right? To ask someone out on that date. Whatever this is for you, we can do hard things. And I feel like there's a very important conversation that you are either telling yourself or getting clear with your partner or someone that's within your energy field of what you want and how to achieve it, and if it is possible to come together and do so. And if not, I feel like you are releasing the anxiety. And if it has to do with that person, you may be releasing that relationship, that soul contract. For others of you, if this is a union you are in, you're finding solutions to stay in it, to win it, right? For better or worse. And you're finding solutions. There's going to be a sweet surprise coming in here, but know that something has been or will be rejected if it's not right for you. And you may not notice in the moment, because sometimes when we are rejected something or someone, it can feel painful, but it doesn't mean that we have to shut down our hearts. Like I always say, Taurus, we can become bitter or we can become better. The choice is completely yours, right? But whatever you decide, whatever you believe is going to be true for you. So I hope this resonates, beautiful souls. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And thank you so much for tuning in. Lots of love.